Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bold Fans channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. There could be real deaths in Bold and Beautiful's next Steffy vs. Hope war. When it comes to hinting at a story's direction, Bold and Beautiful is not usually subtle. For instance, we are undoubtedly familiar with RJ and Elektra are going to be a thing, and it's obvious that Steffy and Hope's most recent ceasefire is coming to an end. Hope and Steffy were able to put aside their disagreements and unite when they thought their shared baby daddy, Liam, was near death, even though Hope had teamed up with Carter to take control of Forrester Creations. Hope's line was restored and Steffy approved of Hope and Liam's reunion after they discovered he had been tricked into believing he was dying. That's a good ending, isn't it? Not very much, because Bold and Beautiful put the two on opposing sides of the Taylor-Deacon-Sheila controversy. A new conflict is developing. The problem? If Taylor chooses to go for Deacon, who is Sheila's husband, as Steffy has constantly warned, her life might be in jeopardy. As she tries to talk her mother out of her affections for Deacon, Steffy is in a complete frenzy and setting off all the sirens. Given the potential repercussions, she bluntly requested Hope to persuade her father to leave Taylor alone. But Hope and her brother Deke are completely in favor of Deacon replacing the doctor with the psychopath. And who can blame them? That's Steffy. Hope's discussion with Deacon in Tuesday's episode demonstrated that she disregarded her rival's warning, as one Bold and Beautiful fan noted on social media. As a result, the future is clearly written on the wall. Regardless of whether Taylor is in danger, Hope will push her in the direction of Deacon. It is Hope's fault if Sheila does anything to Taylor. #Bold and Beautiful. Katie French, January 20, 2026. In fact, the stage has been prepared for Steffy and Hope's next conflict, and as we indicated in the headline, there may be real casualties. Specifically, Taylor and everyone who obstructs Sheila's path. Steffy will be blaming Liam's wife directly if Hope's encouragement causes Deacon to pursue Taylor, and Sheila injures her as a result. There will be a full-scale conflict once more, with potential repercussions. Hope might choose to leave HFTF and join Logan, which would make Brooke furious, or Steffy might cut her line once more. Let's get messy. Steffy's requests are ignored. Steffy growing more unhinged than ever about her mother's love life. Steffy's begs Taylor. Steffy Forrester Finnegan is terrified that her mother would start seeing Deacon sharp. If she ever learns that there is more going on than a doctor-patient relationship, she is certain that Sheila Carter will go for the kill. Steffy first makes an appeal to Hope Logan. Will Hope simply speak with her father and put an end to this? Deacon will undoubtedly pay attention to his cherished daughter. Regretfully, Hope is fully committed to a romance between Deacon and Taylor Hayes. Anything to prevent Sheila from seeing her father. She and Deke Sharp are actually ecstatic about this. Steffy sees her mother once more and begs her to listen to reason after realizing that Hope won't be able to assist. Does Taylor want to have an affair with the spouse of a madwoman in order to end her own life? Taylor defends herself once more and maintains that she and Deacon won't have a falling out, but is it really possible for her to fulfill her word? Unfortunately, Steffy appears to be too late to halt what she perceives to be a slow-motion train accident. Deacon and Taylor are becoming more intimate than before, and are unable to control their desire to one another. Deacon is adamant and may get his desire, despite Taylor's best efforts to reassure him that nothing can happen between them. Even though Deacon is on his way to destroying her marriage, Sheila still continues to believe that Taylor saved it. Does Deacon feel guilty about what he is doing? In addition to toying with fire, he is also messing with the emotions of two ladies. Deacon doesn't seem to view it that way, even if Taylor is aware that what is occurring is wrong. And Sheila will certainly feel it is wrong. How much Sheila has changed is still an open question. She says she's a new woman, but is she? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke Logan's time as a diva is over. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, this will be difficult to accept. It appears that Brooke Logan's days as a diva are finished. This is due to the fact that, with Forrester Creations in danger, she will not be able to carry on in the same manner. Given that Eric Forrester is operating under the Logan name, Brooke will become less significant in the fashion industry because no one will take her seriously, particularly after learning that she and Ridge Forrester forced Eric out. When Brooke learned that her sister Katie Logan had successfully swiped Eric from under everyone's noses in the most recent episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, she was completely surprised. When Brooke realizes that this was a brilliant strategy that will elevate her above both Forrester Creations and her own sister, she will be even more shocked. What will happen to Brooke Logan next? Given that her fashion firm will find it difficult to stay competitive, Brooke can't act like the diva she is, can she? Fans of B&B obviously had a lot to say about the potential direction of this plot. Some even expressed their opinions on social media, writing, "Another week of Ridge and Brooke complaining that life is unfair because people aren't acting the way that they want them to." Another reviewer commented, "They don't really appreciate Carter, and they pushed Eric out along with Katie and Deke. Incorrigible duo." Then there was this comment, "This made me realize that I liked mature Brooke only when she was on Eric's side. It serves them right." Her takeover of Forrester in the 1990s was the greatest soap opera business plot. She was seeking revenge, and she deserved it. Brooke loses the moral high ground every time she goes against Eric. Tanner Novlin of B&B has a new romantic interest, but it's not what you may think. In the latest Liberty Bibberty commercial, Tanner Novlin found his match. Finn from The Bold and the Beautiful is dedicated to Steffy, his wife. Nothing could separate them. Thus, Shin supporters can relax. In his iconic Liberty Bibberty advertisements, Tanner Novlin is finding a new love interest. Novlin may have found his counterpart in a recent Liberty Mutual commercial. Important takeaways. In his most recent Liberty Mutual Insurance commercial, Novlin has a new romantic interest. Before making an appearance on B&B, he became known as the Liberty Bibberty person. The character played by Novlin goes on a date with Marcia. On a dating app, the new couple first connected. The Liberty Bibberty guy goes on a date in the Liberty Bibberty advertisements. Novlin is seeking romance. Using a dating app, he got to know Marcia. The bench where he typically sits in the vintage advertising is where the two first met. The two discover that they both enjoy mispronunciations. They fall in love as soon as sparks fly. The fact that they share similar fashion tastes is even more intriguing. Novlin and his partner were dressed entirely in black, including their leather jackets. Steffy fears Sheila's return. Steffy and Finn's marriage has held up well thus far. With her love at her side, she feels secure and safe. Even after Luna met her demise, Finn and Steffy managed to escape her fury. For them, everything has been tranquil. They enjoyed a quiet holiday until a new issue emerged. Taylor, Steffy's mother, has been developing feelings for Deacon, who is married to Sheila. Deacon's marriage to Sheila, who shot Steffy and Finn, makes this troublesome. She is not a woman who will pass away quietly. Sheila actually issued a warning that she would not allow anyone to interfere with her marriage to Deacon. Why is Dr. Finn acting this way? Novlin arrived at the Sunset Las Palmas Studios location. He incorporated the music, "Okay We Back," by Andy Mineo and Mark Morrison, while panning his camera around the parking lot in a recent Instagram post. Novlin hinted, "What's Dr. Finn up to at Bold and Beautifulks?" In the caption, fans of B&B went to the comments area to express how much they missed Finn. They were curious about his recent activities. This implies that viewers will see more of Shin. Although Novlin doesn't have a new romantic partner on the soap opera, this relationship will undoubtedly experience some upheaval. How do you feel about Novlin's latest Liberty Bibberty advertisement? Please share your thoughts in the comments box below. Everyone tries to conceal information from Sheila. As everyone tries to keep Sheila in the dark about Deacon and Taylor, secrets get out of hand, and Elektra eventually tells Will about her concerns with Dylan. On Thursday, January 22nd, The Bold and the Beautiful's must-watch moments feature everyone hurrying to try to hide the real nature of Deacon and Taylor's relationship from Sheila. Elektra also shares her worries about Dylan with Will. Key takeaways. As everyone tries to prevent Sheila from discovering the truth about Deacon and Taylor, Steffy becomes anxious. Elektra confides in Will about her mounting worries about Dylan. Everyone's stakes are raised by Deacon and Taylor's covert relationship. What previously occurred on B&B Deacon was devastated to discover that Sheila had kept Luna's existence a secret. He sincerely thought Sheila had changed, but learning that she had concealed such a huge secret shocked him and made him doubt their relationship as a whole. Deacon looked to Taylor for support, and she gave him advice and insight. But their relationship changed from being professional to being intimate. Taylor tried to put some distance between them, but neither of them was able to move away completely, so they kept seeing each other. Before Sheila discovered what was happening, Steffy quickly grasped what was happening and attempted to enlist Hope's assistance in stopping it. Rather, Hope was happy to see her father moving on and welcomed the relationship. Steffy's worry that her family was in danger was only heightened by her response. Taylor refused to fire Deacon as a client despite Steffy's pleas. Rather, Deacon and Taylor succumbed to their affections for one another. In the meantime, Steffy employed a struggling Dylan to collaborate with Elektra and Will at Forrester Creations. Dylan lives with Will and Elektra as well. But recently, Dylan was ordered to back down by Elektra. Here's what to watch next Thursday, January 22nd, episode number 9699. Elektra tells Will about her worries regarding Dylan. Everyone rushes to conceal Deacon and Taylor from Sheila. Deacon and Taylor run the risk of revealing Sheila's evil side. After overhearing Taylor talking outside her office, Steffy stormed into the room to find out if Deacon was still a patient. Steffy insisted that Taylor recognize she couldn't be with Deacon and come to her senses. Taylor wanted to continue being Deacon's therapist because she was pleased with the progress she had made. Steffy didn't think Taylor could ignore her affections for Deacon. Putting that aside though, Steffy was concerned about what would happen if Sheila discovered their relationship. Steffy was aware of Sheila's threat to their family. She may lose it if Taylor and Deacon made one mistake. Sheila going back to her old habits and perhaps hurting people was the last thing any of them needed. Taylor acknowledged that she started to feel something for Deacon that she hadn't felt for anybody since Ridge. Steffy wanted Taylor to move on, but she was adamant that Deacon wasn't the right man. Sheila posed too much of a risk to their security to ignore the potential consequences. Steffy was done being kind to her mother, and she was very clear about her position. Steffy made one more request to her mother to stop treating Deacon, telling Taylor, "We are not messing with Sheila. I had to draw the line with Finn, and now I'm drawing the line with you." The thought of Sheila going on another rampage terrified her. At home, Sheila tried to talk to Deacon, but he was aloof and preoccupied. Sheila questioned Deacon about his relationship with Taylor. She was happy to hear that he still saw her as a patient, yet she was taken aback. Sheila didn't waver in her belief that Taylor was the only reason her marriage was restored. Sheila persisted in using that narrative even after Taylor expressed how uncomfortable that made her. Hope stopped by the flat to see her father after Sheila left. Hope's visit was a pleasant surprise to Deacon. Sheila had something crucial to tell him, so Hope was relieved that she wasn't present. What specifically was going on between Deacon and Taylor, she inquired. Deacon confronted Hope about her new marriage to Liam, entirely avoiding the issue. Hope affirmed that Liam and Beth were doing well. Deacon desired to see Beth, but Hope had up a strong barrier. Sheila refused to move, and she was not permitted to be close to her daughter. Returning to the first query, Hope questioned whether Deke's account of Deacon's feelings for Taylor was accurate. Deke's failure to keep their chat private irritated Deacon. Hope thought she shouldn't have been in that group, but she implored Deacon not to be angry with his son. Steffy had previously spoken her own list of worries, even if Deke hadn't visited Hope. Hope didn't want anyone to know that Deacon was unhappy. As Deacon's daughter, she was in favor of Liam and Taylor because following her heart brought her back to him. Her support was unwavering. Deacon said that he was in fact attracted to Taylor, but going after that would endanger Taylor. Deacon thought Taylor might become collateral damage if Sheila went crazy. Sheila thought her friend's visit couldn't have come at a better moment when she saw Lee walking into Il Giardino. While she waited for the order to be prepared, she gave Lee a drink. Sheila wasn't sure how to respond when Lee inquired if their marriage was having any new problems. Lee questioned what had transpired to cause Sheila's optimism for her marriage to fade so rapidly. Hope and Deke virtually begged Deacon to leave, but Sheila wished Deacon's kids were more encouraging of their relationship. Lee cautioned Sheila that Deacon's kids might not approve of their union. Sheila thanked Taylor for his help. She raved over Taylor's influence on the revival of her marriage once more, and told Lee that Taylor was the most important person in her corner. Elektra filled RJ at the Forrester showroom about what transpired with Luna, but Will cheerfully interrupted the talk, ending their walk down memory lane. He mentioned RJ nicknamed the Golden Boy, which seemed to irritate RJ the incorrect manner. RJ stated that he went back to Los Angeles to witness his parents' reconciliation for himself. Elektra informed Will that, despite being officially cousins, she and RJ were meeting for the first time, which was unexpected. The Forrester couple quickly clarified that their relationship was merely nominal and not biological. RJ: I'd like to congratulate Will on finding someone as amazing as Elektra. Will concurred. He thought he was the luckiest man alive because Elektra had chosen him. Will was shocked that RJ was going to stay in Los Angeles for some time, but he wanted to make things plain. He didn't want their new working relationship to be hampered by any animosity between Ridge and Bill. Elektra was informed that she would be needed at the office later after Will departed. She had to cancel her plans with Will because of a crucial deadline. RJ noted that Elektra's phone call didn't go as planned, and Elektra acknowledged that Ivy needed her to be at the office late for the jewelry line. Later, while Dylan was doing laundry at the beach house, she happened to run into Will, who was preparing supper for Elektra. She pledged to provide the young couple with complete seclusion, so they could savor their much-needed romantic evening. Will received a call from Elektra informing him that she would not be returning home for supper. Additionally, she believed that Ivy disapproved of their sleepovers. But since Ivy wasn't encouraging, Elektra wondered if Eric was also against it. Will didn't understand the significance of any of those viewpoints. However, it did for Elektra. She respected her family too much to go beyond the established limits. Will stated that their love was significant to him, and that he understood. When the call ended, Dylan arrived and asked how things were doing. The explanation seemed to satisfy RJ. They give each other a group embrace, a genuine but fragile moment of connection, and he is glad Eric is getting time to relax and chill. Because none of them know what Eric is going to do. The final bombshell. Eric and Katie launch Logan together. Everything comes together when they return to Logan. Katie claims Bill will prepare a contract for her. Eric pushes back gently. He's not ready for a long-term commitment just yet. Katie thinks he will change his mind after the first collection is completed. Eric is glowing with excitement. They are collaborating on this. Before she knows it, designs will be on her desk, he promises. Katie is still in disbelief. They embrace, signifying a partnership that could fundamentally alter the fashion hierarchy in Los Angeles. Final analysis. Everything just changed. This episode quietly sets off a number of explosions. RJ's return reopens the future of Forrester Creations. Impending secrets put Brooke and Ridge's happiness to the test. Katie Logan officially becomes a real competitor. Eric Forrester returns to the spotlight against his son. Logan versus Forrester is no longer theoretical, it's happening. The bold and the beautiful spoilers make it clear that the show's next phase is about legacy, betrayal, and who truly owns the future. And the battle is just getting underway.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.